It's been 100 years since one of the worst floods of Chattanooga. Most won't remember the flood that led to a citywide evacuation and displaced 6,000 people and contributed to the decision to raise the city of Chattanooga.
You know, we have a good friend who's 107, sharp as a tack, and meteorologist Brittany Beggs talks with her. She remembers the flood of 1918, and she can tell you how far we've come in 100 years.
As you walk downtown, you'll notice many of the older buildings have closed-in windows lower to the ground. Those weren't basements back in the day. They were the first story. So many of the buildings you walk by now, you're actually walking by the second story.
As the Tennessee River continued to flood populated areas, the city decided to raise these frequently flooded buildings, mainly along Chestnut and what's now Broad Street. Dirt was used to fill in the first story. Historian Mary Helms says after 1867, the city started discussing the creation of the Tennessee Valley Authority.
The Tennessee River crested the highest in 1867, and that's when it washed away the military bridge.
This was the only bridge at the time to the North Shore. The water rose 58 feet. During this time, the river was used for transportation, food, trading, and bathing. In 1917, a major flood left 6,000 homeless with one casualty. Water began to rise again in January of 1918.
Mayor Littleton issued a proclamation alerting people that they needed to evacuate.
Haley Forstner, now 107 years, remembers the flood and worked for TVA from 1933 to 1939.
Came up in boats to the house, which we bought. The flood had come up on the porch, but it didn't get in the house.
She recalls boats traveling on Market Street. Forstner says her family was lucky, but her neighbors were not as fortunate. Next
door was two-story. It got in the first floor of that house, and they just moved upstairs.
TVA was created in 1933 to help build the dams that now help protect the valley.
Mary Helms and Haley Forstner both tell me that change is always happening, and it's inevitable something was going to happen here. Reporting at the Tennessee River, meteorologist Brittany Beggs, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Since TVA was established, the Tennessee River's highest point has been 36.9 feet. That is 21 feet below the record set back in 1867.